Tonight, on Traffic Blues, a motorcyclist is pulled over for speeding between lanes.
You're come off wearing a pair of jeans, driving like that, I'd be watching you off the road.
A van is seized in Dundalk for no tax.
The last tax for this week is 11.05.
In Donegal, a man is arrested for drink driving.
I've asked you to get out of the car, okay? If you fail to get out of the car, I'm going to force you out of the car.
On patrol in Dublin, Gardaí Sean Jones and Kieran Madigan have come across a suspicious car. They've checked the Garda database to find that the driver had produced a false Romanian licence at a tax office in an effort to get an Irish licence.
Just something clicked in my mind that I wanted to stop this vehicle, so I ran a few checks through our command and control, and it came to light that the gentleman had tried to pass off a false licence previously to the driving licence section to get a valid Irish driving licence. What do you think?
I can tell you already it's false.
Yeah.
His date of birth is reading the 7th of the 2nd, 75. However, on the licence it says the 15th of the 5th, 69. And he's all classes of licence. Isn't that amazing?
Kieran and myself were dealing with fraudulent licences on a daily basis, and we knew from just looking at it that it wasn't right, and then we cross-referenced that with an information sheet with regard to forged licences.
Oh, see that there, number one, right? So that's male. 750207. That's the 7th of the 2nd, 75 should be his date of birth, and his date of birth is
15th of the 5th,
69. So straight away it's not good.
It's come up a lot day in, day out over the last number of years with foreign driving licences, and it's very frustrating if you're a traffic guard and you can't do a couple of things on the roadside to establish whether it is or isn't a bona fide driving licence.
It wasn't a bad copy of a Romanian driving licence, and maybe to other members of the force who are not educated in relation to false driving licence and insurance policies, it probably would have been plausible and been passed off as being a true copy. No, I'm telling you this is a false driving licence. What have you got to say to that?
He's not. He's mine.
It's yours?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm arresting you, sir, for handing me a false instrument. This is a false driving licence, okay? You're now under arrest. You're not obliged to say anything unless you wish to do so. And you do so be taken down in writing and may be given in evidence, okay? So now, sir, I'd ask you to come into the patrol car, will you, please? Come on. Sit in there while I verify who you are and what you're doing. Just ran checks on himself there through Pulse, and it shows that he's already been done before for tendering false licences in order to gain an Irish driving licence. Those licences were taken off him. He doesn't have a driving licence at present, and therefore can't drive a vehicle. Having a false driving licence has consequences. Your insurance policy is null and void. If you're involved in a traffic accident where there's someone injured or there's damage done to another vehicle, there is no policy in existence, and that impacts on your insurance and my insurance.
After his arrest, the driver got Garda bail and a date to appear in court. He didn't show up, and his current whereabouts are unknown. There is a warrant out for his arrest, but traffic corps suspect he has left the country.
You do say we'll be taken down in writing and maybe given in evidence.
In Ishowen, County Donegal, Gardaí Eamon Rorty and Fiona McFadden have set up a speed check. A car overtakes on the continuous white line at a dangerous bend. The driver spots the patrol car and knows he's been caught. He pulls over.
You know why we pulled you over?
I was overtaking that truck that was keeping me back with it.
On a continuous white line, yeah.
Well, see, now I'm not.
All right, okay. You're not familiar with the area, no? Okay. I just take details off you. All right, okay. Now, you will be issued with a fine on the spot in relation to the overtaking there and the continuous white line, okay?
Right, okay.
And that will be sent to your current address. Okay. That's payable through a local post office, so...
The continuous white line is there for a good reason. There are a lot of houses along that road. A car can come out at any point along. It's not just simply cars coming towards you. It's cars coming out from entrances, junctions, stuff like that. There's a junction there, there's houses, there's all sorts of dangers there. He didn't really take any of them into consideration. He just seen a lorry and thought, I have to get around this lorry, and although there was nothing coming against him, had a car from an entrance come out in his direction. The consequences can be severe, and unfortunately it results in a lot of traffic accidents, some very minor, some fatal. When someone is overtaking, they're definitely putting themselves in danger's way. They're much more likely to be involved in an accident of some degree. Most accidents would be related to junctions and overtaking. So that's when you really need to have your eyes open and looking out for all the hazards around you.
Okay, you should receive that, I would say, within the next week or so.
How much was it again?
€60.
60 euro.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Look, just keep aware of the road signs and speeds and road markings and stuff like that, and you won't draw any attention to yourself.
Dundalk. It's 6 p.m. and Gardaí Frida McCaig and Damien Fanning are on patrol on a busy ring road when a van breaks a red light.
Cars coming out of the junction there had the green light. This man pulled straight across oncoming traffic. He's pulling in. Well, how are things?
Nobody go green with them.
Nice. You should wait till the light actually turns.
I know, you know.
Is this your own car or van?
It is, yeah.
On first inspection, it seems the van's tax disc is out of date by over a year and a half.
We're a good bit out of tax. Any particular reason for that?
Laziness.
Laziness.
On closer inspection, the tax disc is not for this van at all. This van should not be on the road.
I'm seizing this car under Section 41 of the Road Traffic Act. Okay. The two tax discs here indicating to me that this is not the vehicle you're driving. It's fraudulent use of a tax disc, okay, which is also a separate offence for having no tax in the vehicle. Okay. Like the last tax disc for this vehicle is 1105.
The last valid tax disc is out of date by almost 3 years.
Okay, so the vehicle's been seized. Is there anything you want to take out now?
And there's another problem. As this commercial vehicle doesn't have a valid tax disc, they suspect it may not have a Department of Environment certificate to prove the van is roadworthy.
Does this need to be go through the DOE?
Well, it would have had to have. Have you ever put this through with DOE? You have the test certificate. Will you produce that with your... Nice. Is it in date, your DOE, your test certificate? Nice. That's probably why you can't get taxed, because you haven't got a test certificate. When was the last time it was tested? Okay.
You'll have to get it. You'll have to get a test done it before you can tax it.
You can't get a test on how to have it.
Well,
I know.
Either way you look, you shouldn't be on the road.
Yeah.
I looked at the tax list. I saw that was the January 07 was on the tax list. On a closer look, it was for a different vehicle. So all the tax lists were in it together. And the last tax list for this vehicle was November 05. So I have given no option but to seize the vehicle. He's having problems because he can't get a tax unless he gets a test certificate for it. All commercial vehicles have to get a cert every year to show that their roadworthiness. Obviously, this man hasn't got it in 3 years, so the vehicle's been seized until he gets it. You're getting all this because you went through a red light, okay? Thanks.
The driver later signed a disclaimer to say he wasn't claiming the van back, so it was scrapped. Having broken a red light, the driver ended up with no transport home and no van. Coming up, a young motorist is given advice about his driving.
You're going to have to give yourself a bit of distance, viewing distance.
A man is arrested for drunk driving in rural Donegal.
You have had a lot of alcohol tonight.